In this video, I want to review AlgaeCal Plus, which is a pretty popular bone supplement with a very interesting approach. So, does it make a good option overall? Does it help with bone loss, density, and everything else? Or does it have any scam-like patterns? Well, I'm going to tell you everything about it in this review. Hey everyone, Ali here. I'm a pharmacist and this channel is focused on supplement reviews and health guides, so don't forget to subscribe and like this video if this info was helpful. Now let's start this review of AlgaeCal with an overview look on it, and then we're going to dig deeper into its main features. All in all, I consider AlgaeCal to be a pretty good bone supplement. Now, I would start right off by telling you that there are two versions of this product, the Basic and the Plus. The only difference is that the Plus version has a slightly improved formula, so obviously, I will focus my review on it. Now, what you should know about AlgaeCal Plus is that it has a really good formula based on some classic ingredients for bone health, that it's made by a serious brand, and that it also has some pretty good results among its previous users. But on the negative side, it also has a high rate of side reactions, and it also requires a lot of pills per day. Since most people dealing with bone issues are already taking at least one other medication per day, that's not really easy. And the last downside is its high price, which is probably not surprising for everyone since most popular supplements with some strong ingredients tend to be more expensive. But all in all, AlgaeCal is more than a decent bone supplement. It's actually pretty good. I cannot say that it's my top recommendation simply because I know a product with a much better quality per price ratio, and I'm going to tell you more about it at the end of this review. But overall, AlgaeCal is a bone supplement that you may want to look into if you are on a larger budget. AlgaeCal claims to increase bone density by providing all the nutrients that your bones crave. That's its mechanism of action, and it seems pretty simple. Now, in order to bring all of these benefits, it comes with a pretty classic formula, which means that most of its ingredients are regularly found in bone supplements. That's a good point because it means that they have some real benefits for the bones. However, I cannot say that I was impressed by its composition. When it comes to nutrients, it contains vitamin C and D, as well as calcium and magnesium. As for its more original ingredients, I would mention vitamin K, which is essential for bone density. A good thing about AlgaeCal is that it contains a trademark version of this vitamin, which means that it's specially formulated to have a higher potency than the regular version of vitamin K. Still, I don't consider this to be the best trademark version of vitamin K, but rather Q7, which has more evidence behind it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to criticize AlgaeCal's formula. It's pretty good, but it's not the very best among bone supplements, to be honest. Given its composition, it should definitely cost a few dollars less, but it's definitely not a scam or nothing bad or anything similar. In terms of pills, it contains the classic vegetable capsules, which are easy to swallow, but its serving size is quite of a problem. That's because it requires 3 pills every day for the best results, which is quite hard to get for people who are probably taking several other medications for their bone issues. It's also recommended to take all 3 pills together, which is again pretty inconvenient, so it would surely be a downside for me, but I cannot tell for you. When it comes to its results and user experiences, they are probably the main reason why I have a pretty good opinion on AlgaeCal overall. And that's because it has a lot of satisfied users and an average rating of 4.6 stars out of 5 which is honestly great. Now, a lot of customers noticed the increase in their bone density. Some said that it helped with their osteoporosis and osteopenia. Others like the fact that it is plant-based. And vegetarian, and the rest mentioned that it works as it promises to. However, there's also a negative side, and a lot of users complain about its side effects, high price, and poor results. So it's definitely not a perfect product, and it surely does not work in all cases. But overall, judging after its overall feedback, it does seem to be effective in a lot of people. AlgaeCal has quite a high number of complaints on side effects for a bone supplements, which are rarely not well tolerated. A lot of people complain about kidney stones, which is understandable because it contains a regular version of calcium that actually comes with this risk. There are also heart palpitations, hyperactivity, digestive cramps, diarrhea, insomnia, and acid reflux. So these complaints are the top reasons that made me cautious about recommending AlgaeCal, because it doesn't seem to be the safest product out there. Now, in order to reduce the risk of some of the side reactions, I would recommend using a supplement that contains calcium hydroxyapatite, which is probably the best version of calcium that exists right now because it directs calcium straight to your bones. So it doesn't get to your arteries, which increases the risk of many side effects. I actually promised to give you a better alternative at the end of this review, and that product actually contains the hydroxyapatite version of calcium. So it's probably one of the few products of that type, but anyway, I will give you more details about it in a minute. And regarding its pricing, you're probably not surprised that AlgaeCal is quite expensive. A month's supply costs $69, 3-month supply costs $177, and a 6-month supply costs $294. There's also free shipping everywhere, but that doesn't make me have a better opinion on its pricing because it is too high for the supplement's value, to be honest. At least that's my opinion, judging after the other alternative that I know and that I consider to be much better overall. So, all in all, is AlgaeCal worth the money? Well, sort of, because it's more than a decent bone supplement with some high-quality ingredients and some pretty good results among its previous users. However, it requires a high number of pills per day, it's quite pricey, and it has a lot of complaints about the side effects it causes. That's most likely because of the calcium form it uses, because many bone supplements have complaints about heart issues as a side effect. This is why I recommend going for a product with calcium hydroxyapatite, which is a pretty new form of calcium, but it seems to be much safer and more potent as well. This is why I recommend you another alternative, which is a product based on this form of calcium, as well as some really powerful ingredients. It has a lot of satisfied users behind, and guess what? It's a best-selling supplement, which tells a lot about it. It's actually cheaper than AlgaeCal, so I really advise you to take a look at it and judge for yourself. I'm going to leave you my video review of it in the left part of my screen, so check it out and see for yourself. Take care and see you next time.